Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPLL Match. We're going to be going through my Matchday 9 team selection, which is the first leg of the playoffs. And also going to be going through my Matchday 8 team review, also my predict 6 for Matchday 9. Before we get into that, I do thank you all guys for the continued support on the channel. We're around 5 subscribers from 930. So if you're new around here or a regular viewer, make sure you hit that sub button, make sure you leave a like, make sure you hit that bell, miss any content going up on the channel. So let me know down in the comments, are you still playing the UEFA Fantasy? And if not, let me know why. Not wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So first I'm going to go through my match the 8 team review, and this was a very long time ago. So I'm going to go through it very, very quickly. So at 73 points, tomorrow points 614, and a slight red arrow to 59k, but it is what it is. So we had in goal Madashvili who did not play. Gusto and Balde both blank at currently. Romero with 15 points, managing to get an assist and a clean sheet and also man of the match. Then you had Salah who scored a goal for 10 points. Rafinha got an assist for 8 points. I mean, Rafinha scored, then Famin Lopez got the assist for 6 points. Jay says, I don't know who this guy is, just did to bring in Salah. But he scored 5 points for a lot of ball recovery. Dembele, 0 points for missing a penalty. Haaland scored for 6 points. And Mbappe scored 2 goals for 20 points. And overall, a very good display for 73 points, but very rather disappointing for the Red Arrow. But now let's look at what match day 9 has in store for us. So first I'm going to start off with my match day 9 team selection. And of course, ahead of match day 9, we're going to be given unlimited transfers. And I also think after the playoffs, we're going to also be given unlimited transfers. So make sure you focus on only the playoff teams during this match day 9 and match day 10. And of course, between match day 9 and match day 10, we're going to only have 2 transfers. So make sure you take advantage of that unlimited transfers ahead of match day 9. So for me, this is how my team is going to be looking like. Going to be having Nick Pope and Courtois in there going for the most expensive goalkeepers. Rather easy fixtures on paper for Nick Pope and Newcastle in general. Going to be playing on the weaker teams in Karabag. Then Courtois playing against Benfica. Of course, we watched match day 8. It was rather chaotic. And Benfica managed to get the win by a Trubin goal. So, yeah, really interesting to see how this one is going to play in match day 9, match day 10. Then for the actual defenders, we're going to be having Nuno Mendes in there against Monaco. Of course, remember last season when PSG play any team from League 1, they absolutely destroy them. And Monaco haven't been really great in League 1. So I'm expecting a PSG whitewash, if I'm being honest. So Nuno Mendes in there hoping for some attacking returns. Then you have Grimaldo against Olympiacos, the highest scoring defender in Champions League fantasy out of the teams in the playoffs. So he's going to have to be there playing against a weaker team on paper on Olympiacos. So hoping for some attacking returns as well. Then you have Houston from Real Madrid playing against Benfica. I want to have Carreras in there, but unfortunately the budget could not allow that, so we just went for Houston and hope we can able to get some ball recovery, maybe a cheeky goal or something like that. Then you have DiMarco, who has been Inter's best player this season. Of course, with Inter, they usually rotate the team that played during the weekend, and the team are going to play in the Champions League. And DiMarco did play during the weekend, so very risky decision there. But I'm just going to stick with it and hope that DiMarco is going to play, hoping we get some attacking returns as well. Then you have Trippier finishing off the defenders, playing against Karabag. He's on set pieces as well, free kicks, corners, you name it. It's going to be Trippier on the side, playing against a weak Karabag team defensively and also offensively, to be honest. So I'm expecting a rather whitewash in this game, hoping for a clean sheet for Newcastle and also hoping for some attacking returns from Trippier. So that's the defense. Looks pretty solid, looks pretty full of assists and goals as well. Now let's look at the midfield. Now the midfield is going to be looking like going to be having Yildiz in there against Galatasaray. Galatasaray have not been really good in the Champions League, conceding a lot of goals. So I hope that Juventus can be able to score some few goals. Of course, they did look very shocking in match day 8. I think they were playing Monaco nil-nil. It was a surprise to many people. So hoping that Yildiz and Co can be able to bounce back, especially from the loss against Inter Milan during the weekend. I hope they're able to bounce back and of course, Yildiz is their main man, so hoping for some attacking returns. Then you have Anthony Gordon playing against Karabag. I think I'm just going to pile on the Newcastle players, but unfortunately, We're going to talk about it in a minute. But yeah, Gordon is going to be there. He's been playing striker often for Newcastle in the past couple of weeks, so I'm hoping he's going to do the same. Having a midfielder playing as a striker against a Carabao team who consider a lot of goals, so hoping for attacking returns there. Then you have Vinicius Jr. against Benfica. Vinny scored 2 goals during the weekend. Of course, you can say they're penalties, but someone has to put them in the back of the net, and it was him. So hoping for them, they can able to continue that momentum against Benfica with aim to get their revenge on Benfica, of course, after match the 8. Then you have Vitinha against Monaco. Of course, Vitinha on penalties as well for PSG. Get a lot of assists and also get a lot of ball recoveries. So I've gone for him in there. Then I've gone for another differential pick in Ademola Lookman. Of course, joined Atletico Madrid from Atalanta in the January transfer window and has been on fire in La Liga and also in the Copa del Rey. So I'm going to be going with him in there and hoping he's able to start playing against Club Brugge, expecting some few attacking returns as well. So that's the midfield. It looks pretty solid, full of goals and assists. Now let's look at the forward line. So this is how the forward line is going to be looking like for match day 9. We'll be having Ousmane Dembele in there, but it looks like he's picked up a knock or an injury or something like that. So he looks set to miss out on the first leg. But really be concerned knowing that he's going to be able to play in the second leg with them being at home. Maybe just a worth of taking the risk. I hope he plays for the match day 9. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how the one is going to go. But other alternatives for Dembele, I think Jonathan David is a decent option, a differential option. There's Osimhen, there's Lautaro Martinez, there's Thuram as well. There's also Esposito, who I think also a very decent option from Inter Milan. And maybe if you want to go down the Atletico Madrid route, you can go for Griezmann or you can go for someone like Solo. But for now, I think I'm going to have Dembele in there. And of course, you can also have Gurasi, but I think for me, I'm going to stick with Dembele and hope you can be able to play that first leg. Then the next player is Mbappe. Scored 2 goals against Benfica in match day 8, but Mbappe did miss the La Liga game during the week where Real Madrid managed to win 4-1 against Real Sociedad. Don't even come off the bench. So maybe that's something concerning with just managing his minutes since he was not ready since Real Madrid went on to win pretty comfortably. Maybe they're going to risk it. So yeah, I hope he's going to start against Benfica. I hope he's going to be able to get some attacking returns as well. Maybe a penalty as well will go a very, very long way. Then the last player is going to be Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid playing against Club Brugge, who have been very poor defensively, I'm being honest, in the Champions League. So I'm expecting a very good performance from Alvarez and Atletico Madrid, but they are a little bit 50-50 for them. They go on win 4-0 against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, and then they go and get beaten 3-0 by Rayo Vallecano during the weekend. So you never know what to expect with Simeone's team, but I'm hoping that Alvarez can go to get some attacking returns. So that's the team. Looks pretty solid, looks pretty decent. And the transfer, I think, is a blessing in disguise, and how the team is going to be able to perform and live up to the expectations. So that, now let's look at my predict 6. So it's my predict 6 for match day 9. Of course, last week we managed to get 71 points, 230 and a green out of 36k. Also 71 points, I think, is a very, very impressive result for the predicting games. For this game, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward once again. Juve versus Gala, I think Juve are going to win 2-1. Then you have Madrid versus Benfica. I think Madrid are probably going to whitewash Benfica. I don't think they're going to let it come out down the station like in match day 8. So I'm going for 3-1. Then, of course, PSG versus Monaco teams against PSG from Ligue 1. Always get whitewash. So 3-0 there for PSG. Also think Newcastle the same 3-0, pretty comfortable win for them. Maybe Atletico Madrid, I think they're going to have a narrow win, so I'm going 2-1 Atletico Madrid against Club Brugge, but I'm surprised there was an upset in that game. Then you have Bordeaux versus Inter. I think it's going to be a very easy game for Inter. I'm going for 2-0. That's my predict 6. So that's my team selection for match day 9. I know that in the comments, what do you think about my team, any changes we make, and if you have any questions about UEFA Fantasy, I'm going to be live on TikTok 1 hour before the deadline, so make sure you join up, and also make sure you follow on TikTok and Instagram. Links are down in the description. If you want to reach this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.